So here we are at a student written word problem center. These are all story problems that students came up with. We see students solving them, students developing and creating their own. And one of the things about these word problems is they tend to be high interest. They tend to be fun and funny, where students create a character, develop the character, put that character into certain misadventures with math that force us to do a lot of problem solving. So we're going to go over to Camille here, and Camille's going to give us a little book talk on this book that she's working on called Farmer Larry.
Alright, hi, my name is Camille, and I was trying to solve some problems in Farmer Larry, and I'm going to walk you through some of the problems that are in this book. We can start right here. On the way to his house, Larry checks on the chickens. The chickens got sick, which means some of the eggs are bad. Chicken Little gives him 1 5/12 dozens of eggs. Chicken Big gives him 5 9/12 dozens of eggs. Chicken Middle gives him 3 7/12 dozens of eggs. 6 eggs are bad. How many eggs does Larry have in all? Alright, since there are 1 5/12 of eggs, we're going to have to add that to 3 7/12 and 5 9/12. What I did is I added all three together, but I know that some people also like to add them separately. But anyways, since they all have a common denominator, you can just start by adding the numbers. 1 plus 5 is also 6, plus 3 is 9. And since they all have a common denominator, we can just put 12 right here. And 5 plus 9 is 14, plus 7 is 21. But since this is an improper fraction, that really can't pass. So the final answer wouldn't be 10 9/12, but close to the final answer. Now, since you have 10 9/12, since there are 6 bagged eggs, you're going to have to subtract 6 12 dozens of eggs, which is basically 1/2. And then you're going to end up with 10 3/12. But 10 times 12 is also 120, but plus 3 is 123 eggs in total.
Excellent. Why do you think a problem like this with Chicken Little, Chicken Big, and Chicken Middle would be more fun to solve than some of the word problems that I give you guys?
Well, Chicken Little comes from a movie like some of the kids my age know, Chicken Little. And, well, the author of this book, Elizabeth, intends to make this like a really fun word problem that people would want to solve a lot.
Sure, I agree. What about the first problem? Let's just have a look at this first problem real quick.
Alright. Larry is a farmer. His wife needs some milk. Larry goes to milk the cows. Purple cow gives him 1/4 of a bucket full of purple milk. Pink cow gives him 2 5/10 buckets full of pink milk. Yellow cow gives him 1 4/5 bucket full of yellow milk. When Larry looks at the yellow milk, he decides it looks like pee and throws it to the hogs. Green cow gives him 6 1/2 buckets full of green milk. How much milk does Larry get in all? Now, we can just get rid of yellow cow's milk because Farmer Larry doesn't want that milk. So what we should do is add 1/4, 2 5/10, and 6 1/2. Now, since I already did the problem right here, I'll explain it. Now, since I added 1/4, 2 5/10, and 6 1/12, these aren't all common denominators like the last one. So you're gonna have to get them to be the common denominators. 4 times 5 is 20, of course. And what do you do to the bottom? You have to do to the top. So 4 times 5 is 20. 1 times 5 is 5. 10 times 2 is 20. 5 times 2 is 10. And 2 times 20 is 20. And 1 times 10 is 10. That would equal 8 and 25 20s. But as I said in the last problem, the improper fraction can't really pass as, well, a fraction.
Well, it is a fraction. It's just not simplified. It's just much harder to see in our mind's eye.
Yeah, basically.
It's still mathematically correct. It's still
Yeah. So 8 and 25/20 would simplify to 9 and 5/20. And if you simplify that, you would get 9 and 1/4, and that's the final answer.
Excellent. Thank you, Camille, very much.
Welcome.
Gentlemen, how's the problem solving going?
Good.
All right, what do you mean by good? What do you like about this?
There's improper fractions, turning mixed numbers into improper fractions.
So it's some pretty heady stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of thinking going on, not a lot of redundancy. Do you ever just like blow off some of the word problems or some of the worksheets I give you? Never. Not usually. No, not usually. Ibrahim, never.
It's not never, but like yeah.
How about these problems that are written by you and your classmates?
They're,
Yeah, these are harder to blow off, harder to not do. I think harder to not take seriously. After all, we know the authors. There are characters that we've come to care about who are having adventures with math, and of course, we want to help them solve these problems. Thank you, guys.